Early voting in Victoria County starts next Monday. The Patty Dodson Health Center, 2805 North Navarro, Classroom A, will be open from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. for early voting. Early voting ends Friday, November 4th. The last day to apply for a ballot by mail is Friday, October 28th.
Voters of color were 50% more likely than white voters to have mail ballots rejected under a Texas law that restricted voting by mail. A study by New York University's Brennan Center for Justice found that Asian American voters had either their applications or ballots rejected at a 19% rate. The rejection rate among black voters was nearly 17%, and it was 16% for Latino voters. There are currently over 1.2 million registered voters in Bexar County, according to the county's Elections Department website. The county has added over 68,000 registered voters since 2020. The Bexar County Elections Department expects over 100,000 more voters to head to the polls this midterm season than in 2018.
Tempers flared at the most recent Goliad County Commissioners Court meeting. At the meeting, a subpoena drafted by Assistant District Attorney Tim Pointer and signed by Goliad County Judge Mike Bennett was delivered to Goliad County Clerk and District Clerk Mary Ellen Flores' office, commanding Flores to produce information about several bank accounts that existed outside of the county's depository bank without the knowledge of Goliad County Treasurer Brian Howard. The Uvalde School Board approved the terms of Superintendent Hal Harrell's retirement Wednesday, but did not release any details. Trustees referred to discussions that happened behind closed doors during an executive session that lasted hours. Trustees then announced that Gary Patterson would be the interim superintendent. Trustees did not say when the change at superintendent would take place.
A DPS trooper hired, then later fired by the Uvalde School District Police, worked sparingly in the weeks before leaving the state agency and started a new position the day after formally resigning. KSAT reports Officer Crimson Elizondo resigned from DPS on August 29th while under investigation by DPS for her actions during the May 24th Robb Elementary School massacre. Texas Parks and Wildlife is hosting a meeting tonight in Port Lavaca. They're seeking public input on proposed regulation changes to oyster harvesting in certain reef areas. Those areas are Carlos Bay, Mesquite Bay, and Ayers Bay. 25 News Now reporter Adarius McCormick is live in Port Lavaca with more. Adarius?
I'm at the Bauer Exhibit Building in Port Lavaca, where the Texas Parks and Wildlife meeting has just began. The proposals for the meeting are included with bans on 3 local bays, the Mesquite Bay, Carlos Bay, and Ayers Bay, with a temporary ban on the San Antonio Bay. Texas Parks and Wildlife has said oysters are unique and they serve an important economic and ecological role. Their goal is to find balance between these roles by protecting ecosystems and at the same time allowing for sustainable fisheries for coastal communities to thrive. Many people on the coast of the Crossroads depend on these oysters for their livelihood. Reporting live in Port Lavaca, I'm Adarius McCormick, KAVU TV 25 News Now.
Adarius, thank you. Here's your viewer poll this evening. How do you feel about the permanent ban of oyster harvesting in some area bays? For or against? We go ahead and take a look, and 32% are for and 68% are against. We want to hear from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to participate. Don Breberger and I will have what you and your neighbors are saying on 25 News Now at 10. And now let's take a look at your forecast. And here's First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Howie Gordon. Howie.
Thanks, Karina. Thanks, Don. So record cold yesterday morning, about 6:28 a.m. We hit 43, surpassing a record set back in 1976 of it was 42, surpassing 43 degrees. And then another chilly start, but here we go. The sun roared up and fired up our heat furnaces, because here we are in the 80s throughout a good portion of the area. Now winds a little gusty on the coast, maybe in that 15-20 mile per hour range. We'll drop into the 60s tonight. Overnight though, down to just 55. I'm going to talk more about our warm-up, plus some outside rain chances. We'll talk more about it coming up. Don, Karina?
Thank you, Howie. The Texas A&M Forest Service said in 2022 they've seen the most Texas wildfire activity in the last decade. Since October is Fire Prevention Month, the Texas A&M Forest Service said that along with local fire departments, they have responded to almost 11,000 wildfires across Texas this year, With cooler weather here, the Forest Service says the wildfires will continue to move through Texas. Now, the teenager shot by a San Antonio police officer on October 2nd is making some progress. The father for 17-year-old Eric Cantu wrote in a post Tuesday that his son has made progress, but that he, quote, has a long way to go. Cantu was shot in a fast food restaurant parking lot by now former officer James Brennan, who opened the car door and told the teenager to get out. On Monday, October 24th, Constitution Street will be reduced to westbound only traffic between Main Street and Bridge Street between 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. All businesses in the construction zones will remain open and accessible.
The intersection of Victoria Street and Murray Street in Victoria is closed so that utilities can be installed. Traffic will be unable to turn from Victoria Street onto Murray Street or vice versa during this time. Victoria Street will be closed to through traffic at the intersection. Motorists should exercise caution and obey all signs and barricades posted in the work zone. The construction is part of the pump station drainage project. October is National Pedestrian Safety Month. Pedestrian traffic deaths increased by 15% in Texas last year. The state had over 5,300 traffic crashes involving pedestrians last year, resulting in 841 deaths and close to 1,500 serious injuries. That's why TxDOT's Be Safe, Drive Smart pedestrian safety campaign is offering tips to drivers and pedestrians on how to stay alert. Here's a look at some of the top stories you'll find in the Cuero Record. A fatal wreck happened Sunday outside of Yorktown. Cuero's High School's homecoming king and queen are announced, and a special new exhibit at the Yorktown Historical Museum. Read more at DeWittCountyToday.com. Stay with us. Coming up on 25 News now at 6. 2 lawsuits after the Astroworld Fest tragedy have been settled.
Also ahead, Nueces County is preparing security for former President Trump's rally Saturday night.
Heavy-duty Halloween is here at Victoria Dodge with HD Rams in stock. The 3/4 and 1-ton HD Ram headquarters is Victoria Dodge. Plus, Ram 1500s are 10 grand off, and you get 0% for 4 years. Rams, more Rams. VictoriaDodge.com.
Busy week? We can help. Favor is the easiest way to get any restaurant or store in Texas delivered fast. From lunch at the office to dinner for the whole family, you can get all the local restaurants you love, plus flowers, alcohol, and more delivered to your door in 35 minutes or less. Download the Favor app and get $0 delivery fees your first 4 weeks. Favor, part of the HEB family.
Have you been told you have to live with your wound? There is hope at PAM Outpatient Wound Care. At PAM Outpatient Wound Care Clinic, you'll find the latest technology and the most committed and caring professionals dedicated to your wound healing. Our experienced wound healing experts and multidisciplinary team specialize in preventing amputation and preserving limbs.
I began hyperbarics here. I'm walking and have the leg, which is the best part.
Come see us at PAM Outpatient Wound Care, where healing starts here.
Heavy-duty Halloween is here at Victoria Dodge with HD Rams in stock. The 3/4 and 1-ton HD Ram headquarters is Victoria Dodge. Plus, Ram 1500s are 10 grand off, and you get 0% for 4 years. Rams, more Rams. VictoriaDodge.com.
The family of 21-year-old Axel Acosta, who died during the Astroworld Festival last year, has reached a settlement in their lawsuit. The suit was against Houston rapper Travis Scott, Live Nation, and others in connection with the tragedy that resulted in 10 deaths and hundreds of injuries at NRG Park. The family of 16-year-old Brianna Rodriguez, who died at the festival, also settled in court. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton on Thursday sued Google. The suit, filed in Midland County State District Court, accuses Google of violated privacy laws by illegally capturing and using the biometric data of millions of Texans without their informed consent for almost a decade. Paxton says the use of the data violates a 2009 Texas privacy law. In a statement, a Google spokesman denied the charges.
Paxton has settled a lawsuit against a San Antonio company accused of deceiving student borrowers. My Education Solutions, which was sued by the state over 2 years ago, must pay $45,000 for alleged violations of the state's Deceptive Trade Practices Act. My Education Solutions has entered into a permanent injunction that prevents it from making misrepresentations about its services. Preparations are underway to ensure security during former President Donald Trump's visit to South Texas this weekend. Nueces County Sheriff J.C. Hooper said there are members of many local law enforcement agencies preparing for Saturday's Save America Trump rally at the Richard M. Borchard Regional Fairgrounds in Robstown. Hooper said they're expecting up to 20,000 people to attend the rally.
There's been 115% increase in accidental drug overdose deaths in Nueces County in the past 2 years. The Nueces County Medical Examiner's Office also reports in that same time period, fentanyl-related deaths also increased. The report shows in 2019 there were 3 fentanyl-related deaths in Nueces County. Last year, fentanyl accounted for 31 of the 97 total drug-related deaths there. Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett on Thursday rejected an appeal from a Wisconsin taxpayers group seeking to stop the Biden administration's student debt cancellation program. The group wrote it needed an emergency order to put the program on hold because the administration could begin canceling student debt as soon as Sunday. Barrett oversees emergency appeals from Wisconsin.
The Public Utility Commission Thursday adopted new rules that prohibit public water and sewer utilities from disconnecting customers during extreme cold weather emergencies. That means these utilities cannot disconnect service or issue late fees for non-payment of bills during this type of emergency. The rule defines cold weather emergencies when temperatures drop below 28 degrees. American Airlines said Thursday that it earned $483 million on record-breaking revenue that more than offset higher fuel costs in the third quarter. Fort Worth-based American predicted that profit will continue to exceed Wall Street expectations during the holiday-packed remainder of 2022. American predicted that fourth quarter profit will be between 50 cents and 70 cents per share.
All right, grab your cell phone and scan this QR code. This is our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can get breaking news alerts and vote in our viewer polls. Get the latest news, weather, and sports, and learn all about our ongoing contest. You can also submit news tips, videos, and photos.
We stay dry with warm conditions, but maybe some disturbances could bring us some rain. We'll talk all about it.
In Texas, the future belongs to everyone, so we created the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. With an available 12-inch touchscreen and interior work surface, it puts the world at your fingertips. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for Texas. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Choose in stock or custom order your F-150 and lock in $3,900 for $60 plus $500 cash plus complimentary maintenance. See your Ford dealer.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Mike Collier says his policies are the same as Joe Biden's, with open borders, sanctuary cities, inflation, high taxes, woke policies.
You don't see a whole lot of daylight.
Mike Collier wants to ban new charter schools and stop successful charters from expanding. Collier wants to deny parents' rights and disgustingly called parents vultures because they want the best school options for their children.
Vulture, vulture, vulture.
Mike Collier, wrong for lieutenant governor, bad for Texas.
There's never been a better time to control your power with a Generac home standby generator from Generator Supercenter. For a limited time, with purchase and installation of your Generac generator, choose $1,000 off or a free 10-year warranty. Choose freedom from the grid and choose your promo. This offer won't last long. Lock in your choice today with a free estimate only at Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer.
I was not going to pay for this work. You're not getting your house done for free.
Painting her whole house only got him half the money.
Did you, during that time, say this is not good? Yes. How many days did you give him to do that work? It was 5 days. Well, that's impossible.
As she painted herself into a corner,
He found out I was selling the home and sent a threatening letter. I would have done the exact same thing to you.
Judge Judy.
Victory Buick GMC has been named the area's friendliest car dealership, and here's why.
Our service department has the lowest labor rates in the Crossroads.
That means better service for less money.
Plus, we give all veterans, first responders, and medical professionals an additional 10% off.
We service all GM vehicles and we honor all extended warranties.
With world-class service and lower prices, we think you too will say,
I love victory.
Why not start at the beach? Best place to be, huh? Blue skies out there, sun going down about an hour from now. Either way, beautiful, beautiful day to be out there having lunch, walking on the beach, anything, because the weather was fantastic. Now, we did hit 85 degrees today. Yesterday morning, record low temperature. Today, a chilly start, but yeah, we warmed up very nicely, pretty much where we're supposed to be and beyond after really taking a fall the last few days. Nothing in the way of any rainfall. Here's our temps at about 616. So on the water, 75, 80 degrees. Away from the water, right around 80 degrees. We were in the 90s all last week. That boundary came down. A couple of our days in the highs barely made 70 with overnights in the 40s. And now we're back on a warming trend. Now these were a little lower, but still below threshold for human tolerability, if I might add, because yeah, when you get to be about 60, 65, unreasonable humidities, this is very, very acceptable for most people. Here's what we got for our winds now. A couple days, yeah, we were on the breezy, gusty side. For the most part, winds are a little bit weaker, more calm. Few gusts on the coast, so maybe that 15 to 20 mile per range. Other than that, winds really not too bad. All right, let's break it all down. Here's what we got. High pressure controlling our atmosphere, clearing our skies, warming us up very nicely. This plan looks to go right through much of the weekend. But later on, let's fast forward here. Some activity will start moving in from the west. And when that arrives here, yeah, that could bring some showers. We're going to see moisture increase probably after the weekend. That could bring us some showers. And then another boundary in the form of a cold front. That'll push through maybe Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday timeframe. That could cool us down again, but going to keep us really with paradise weather because we got a lot of room to give right now. We get knocked in the mid-70s, not a big deal like we had the last couple of days. 74 for our water temperature, seas 2 to 3 feet. That's going to keep our bays on the choppy side. So 60s for tonight. Overnight, yeah, staying in the 50s now after going down to the 40s and having a couple record lows. 55 overnight. And for tomorrow, right back up to 84 degrees. I say we have a lot of room to work with. If a cold front comes down and knocks at 84 to 77 with lots of sun, still absolutely beautiful. Looking ahead to Cuero. Okay, we stay on the hot side through the weekend, but then boundaries and rain showers come in. Yeah, that knocks us down. And as we go to the water for Port Lavaca, mid-80s, then some disturbances come in. Yeah, we could get some showers. Here's where the boundary will come in, knocking us down at 77. So very, very nice. And then right back here in Victoria. So 84 for Friday. We stay in the mid-80s right through the weekend. I showed you on the tracker there with the disturbances coming out of the west. That can start to bring us some showers potentially after the weekend. And then that boundary comes in maybe Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. We're going to go from 83 in clouds and rain maybe to 77 in sunny. Then we start warming up again from there. But either way, looking fantastic, even with a few disturbances and potential rain. For more weather news and sports, you can go to our app. That's at crossroadstoday.com. That is free with any Android and iPhone. Now we go back to Don and Karina.
We thank you. And now here's Gino with sports.
Thanks, Karina. The Refugio Bobcats have changed everything since the last time they played the Shiner Comanches. That's coming up after the break.
You fired up the grill for one hot dog? Seriously?
Hot dogs, better with Pepsi.
Victoria Preservation Cemetery Tour is a unique cultural event. Travel through bygone eras and relive history told by those who lived it. Individuals portrayed are real people from Victoria's past, not fictional characters. Evergreen Elegy will be held at Evergreen Cemetery on October 28th and 29th. For information, contact the VPI office at 361-573-1878. Thanks to the Victoria Television Group for their sponsorship.
As a single mom with young kids, I think a lot about their future. And when they grow up, I want them to be able to stay here in Texas. That's why I trust Governor Abbott to protect their future. Greg Abbott is a family man who's honest with a caring heart. He's overcome adversity and never, ever given up. And he wants every child to reach their God-given potential right here in Texas. How do I know so much about Governor Abbott? He's my uncle. I call him Theo Greg.
Enter your furry goblin in our Halloween Pet Costume Contest, and you could win a gift certificate worth $100 from Navarro's Small Animal Clinic. Upload a picture of your cutest creature in their favorite Halloween costume till October 20th. Voting begins October 21st. The winner will be announced on October 28th on the 5, 6, and 10 p.m. newscast.
At Citizens Medical Center, we appreciate your support on this great cause. Let's get ready to have a great day, a big race.
Nachos, better with Pepsi.
Tune in to 25 News Now on Thursdays 6 p.m. news and Fridays 6 a.m. news for the Athlete of the Week, brought to you by Pepsi, the preferred partner of local athletes.
Howdy Crossroads. It has been nearly a year since the Refugio Bobcats and the Shiner Comanches have met in the playoffs, and Refugio has changed everything on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball to help face the Comanches. Bobcats head coach Jason Herring said they have a team that is, quote, built to have a chance against the Shiner Comanches, end quote. This season, the two teams could potentially play each other twice this season, once in district and another in the playoffs. Herring's game plan for Friday is quite simple. Slow the game down and keep the ball out of Dalton Brooks' hands and just keep him off the field entirety.
Oh, we're hungry. We've been waiting almost a year, and on the board we put how many days till Shiner we play them again, and we're just looking to come back after.
And the final of the last two times these two teams played was 55-14 in favor of Shiner. That game was played here in Victoria almost a year ago. The Pepsi Athlete of the Week is from Victoria and has led them to back-to-back wins for the first time this year and 3-1 in district. Sports reporter Zach Brown has the latest.
It's an honor to be able to represent the 361, and I don't think I could have been able to do this without my teammates.
The Victoria East Titans are on a roll of late, and quarterback Jaden Williams has played a big role in the team's turnaround. A turnaround, he says, is driven by hard work and the doubt that surrounded them after a slow start.
Just having this 3-game win streak, so you know, it's a good opportunity, and we have a good chance to win this next game and try to help us out in the playoffs.
That never quit attitude has Williams and his Victoria East teammates not only fighting for a playoff spot, but helped them make history. It gave head coach Roland Gonzalez his 100th victory. Williams jokes and said Zappy wasn't even here for that, but then goes on to say what an honor it is to be able to play the same position and shine just like the former Victoria East alum did only a handful of years ago.
It's a real blessing to be able to kind of try to carry that on and try to move forward to the next step, especially him coming from Victoria East.
To make the moment even more special, the senior standout has had a close relationship with Coach Gonzalez since he was in 6th grade, a relationship that has helped him prosper and grow as a young man.
His family's always been there for me, and he's just a father figure to me, all the kids, and just seeing him be the role model for his kids and his wife and his mom is just a blessing.
He listens to Drake for big games and wants to be remembered as a caring guy that can turn it on when he has to. He wants to turn that caring heart into a potential profession.
I feel like I've been helping a lot of people, you know, get skill-wise and try to help them out. And so, you know, I just feel like I could do that on a professional level. You know, I do it for my friends, and we come out here and work. So I feel like if I did it for a profession, I love it.
He says if he could give his younger self advice, he would say to keep grinding and never let anyone or anything get in your way. He for sure hasn't been letting opposing defenses get in his way. 13 of 18 for almost 300 yards, 5 total touchdowns, and helping lead the charge for the surging Titans. That is why Jaden Williams is your Pepsi Athlete of the Week.
Don, what a year for Coach Rowland. He had Zappy playing his first NFL game. Now he's got now he's got Jaden Williams winning Athlete of the Week with 5 touchdowns, and they're on a 3-1 game streak for district. What would you say about Coach Rowland since you covered him all these years?
Well, first off, congratulations to Coach Gonzalez on a great time there at East. And I know from talking to him, he is very, very proud of the success so far, and we hope it continues for Bailey Zappi there in the NFL. That is awesome. All right, Gino, thanks so much.
And we're back in a moment. A flower shop in Virginia is giving out flowers and happiness. We have that story up next.
Join Golden Crescent Casa at our 14th annual holiday wine pairing at 6 p.m. on November 11th at the Victoria Country Club to honor Brother Gary Moses for his work supporting numerous organizations that better our community. This Thai-inspired event will include a 4-course dinner with paired wines, a live and silent auction, and entertainment that you won't want to miss. Sponsorships and tickets are still available. Visit us at goldencrescentcasa.org or call 361-573-3734.
Sponsored by the Victoria Television Group.
You fought hard for this career. It's time to save it. Come with me.
I can't.
One of our own is imploding. If you can't lead us through this, Captain, I will.
Bring your favorite boo to American Legion Post 166's annual Trunk or Treat, Saturday, October 29th, starting at 5 p.m. Grab your wands, tiaras, and masks for loads of Halloween fun and treats. The American Legion Trunk or Treat is sponsored in part by the Victoria Television Group.
My name is Damian Rodriguez, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
Hi, my name is Patrick White, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
My name is Yadira Lopez, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
My name is Stacey Olivares, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
My name is Katravis Johnson, and I chose Coastal Bend College.
We are Dental Hygiene, and we chose Coastal Bend College.
Why would I choose anywhere else?
You can enjoy endless entertainment and local news updates for free on our 17 over-the-air channels. Connect your TV antenna to your smart TV in 3 easy steps. Connect the coaxial cable from your antenna to the back of your TV. Select the menu button on your remote and navigate to the correct input of your antenna. Find the channel scan option and click it. Setting up your antenna will keep you entertained and informed with the latest weather updates and emergency information for free. Call or email for questions or more information. Stay connected and stay safe.
I don't think we've ever had that in 14 seasons.
I will work like a lion.
I'm a believer.
I'm gonna make you filthy rich.
Let's go!
New Shark Tank Friday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
It's a full house with John Stamos and Sophia Mitri-Schloss. Have you even seen any of John Stamos' shows?
I didn't watch any of the things that...
Can I get a new daughter for the show?
Finally tonight, a Virginia flower shop owner is giving back one bouquet at a time. It is called Petal It Forward. George's Flowers gave out thousands of free bouquets. It's part of their Petal It Forward campaign, where they give out 2 bouquets, one to keep and one to give away. With more than 5,000 bouquets brightening people's day, the initiative is more than marketing for George's. And that flower shop's delivery trucks, by the way, drive very slowly because they never put the pedal to the metal. Oh. That's the way it is. Did you like that? All right. I like this weather, Howie. How long will it last?
Those pedals will do great in this weather. They just need some rain now, which we could get. 74 degrees for our water temperature. Ooh, that dropped a little bit. Seas 2 to 3, bays on the choppy side. So tonight, 60s. Overnight, not going back into the 40s like we did the last 2 mornings. Here we go, staying at 55 degrees for tomorrow, up to 84 with lots of sunshine. Here's what we have now. We stay in the mid-80s, really warm. Some disturbances start coming away. That could produce some showers after the weekend. That'd be good for some of those pedals. But then cold front comes in, knocks us down. Knocks us down to what? Knocks us down into paradise. 77 and sunny, 84 and sunny. I will take that weather all day, every day. Karina, Don?
All right, Howie, thank you. And thanks for joining us. Remember, we're streaming 24/7 at Crossroads Today Plus.
We hope you'll join us tonight for 25 News Now at 10.